Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Age Gaming. This is my first video and I decided to do a Blu-ray collection. First off is Despicable Me. This is a really good movie. I saw the new Minions movie when it came out. It was like overhyped. It was alright, but this one is a classic and I think it's better than the second one as well. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I really like this movie. This was one of my favorite movies from last year. I recommend it. Chappie, another like hated on movie. I thought it was good for what it was. This is my Child's Play collection. It comes with every single movie, including the newest release, which was Curse of Chucky. And speaking of Curse of Chucky, I also have a regular copy of it on Blu-ray. Boondock Saints, classic movie. I think everyone should have seen this. The sequel, Boondock Saints 2. It was alright. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but hey. Boogie Woogie. I've never heard of this movie. The only reason why I got it is because Amanda Seyfried's in it. The Bling Ring. I only got it because Emma Watson was in it. Yeah, and it was alright. Not that bad. Next is a controversial movie, Exodus. I liked it for what it was. I really like Christian Bale. But I can't. It's kind of hard for me to see him in another movie besides Batman. This is this is one of my favorites, Easy A. I really liked this movie back when it came out, and yeah. Dumb and Dumber 2. It was not amazing, but it wasn't the best movie either. Yeah, I like the first one better, obviously, but this was an okay sequel. How to Train Your Dragon 2. I really like this one. When I went to see this in the theater, I literally saw the first one like 2 hours before I went to go see this one when it came out, and I really loved both of them. I don't have the first one, but the second one was good. Don John. I only got this one because Scarlett Johansson was in it, and yeah. The Other Woman. It was actually a pretty good movie. The guy from Game of Thrones that comes out in here. It's alright. It's a chick flick, but I dig it. The Dictator. Okay, this movie is ridiculous, but it's also hilarious. It's supposed to make people offended if people get offended easily, but I mean, I thought it was hilarious. One of my favorite movies of 2012. Despicable Me 2. Not as good as the first one. Overrated movie is Frozen. I mean, it was good and all, but it wasn't like, oh my god, no, it was the best movie ever. But it was good. Fury. Haven't seen it yet. I just have it. I need to make time to watch it. Full Metal Jacket. My friend Globe. Actually, you guys should know him as Globe Gaming. He has a channel on here. He recommended this movie to me, and I am not disappointed on what I saw in this movie. It's kind of gory, but hey. Get Hard, one of my favorite movies this year. It's probably like underrated or hated on, but I liked it. Silver Linings Playbook with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. It was a really good movie. She's like really crazy in this movie, but it's cool. I liked it. One of my favorite movies so far this year too is Ex Machina. It was a really, really fantastic movie. The story is like you don't know what to expect next. It's good. And here's a triple pack of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy vs. Jason's. I only really got this for Freddy vs. Jason. It was only like $1 more than just the regular Freddy vs. Jason Blu-ray. This Fall to Our Stars, haven't watched it yet. As Above, So Below. This was a pretty okay movie. I thought it was going to be terrible, but me and my sister wanted to see it, so gave it a shot. Wasn't that disappointed. It was more suspense than horror, for my taste. Next is Insidious Chapter 2. This was a really good movie. I think it was one of the it's one of the scariest ones I've seen so far in recent years. And the original Insidious. My sister was emotionally scarred with this movie, but she got over it by now. But yes, I'm waiting to see Insidious 3. That doesn't come out until next month, so I'll wait till that. Dread, I've seen this on Netflix. I just don't remember much of it, and I only got it for like $5 at Best Buy. It even has a 3D Blu-ray, which is nice. The Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, I love this movie. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. The sequel, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, a lot of people hated this movie. A lot of people did, but I really loved it. It's a love it or you hate it sort of a thing. I personally loved it. Spider-Man 1, the Sam Raimi trilogy, the first one. Oh my god, when this came out, oh man. This is what really got me into Spider-Man, is this movie. Spider-Man 3, this is like the okay one. They kind of did screw up a little bit, but I still liked it for what it was. My favorite Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 2. I think everyone would agree that this was probably the best one out of the trilogy. Maleficent, really good movie. The Terminator. Everyone should have at least seen this classic, or at least own it, or at least seen it if you don't own it. Jurassic Park, classic. The Lost World, Jurassic Park was okay. Jurassic Park 3, nothing else to say more about that. The Hangover, Part 1, fantastic. You don't really need to own the other ones, but if you are a collector, then I guess you should. Hellboy 2, loved it. The original Hellboy, loved it as well. The Grey, fantastic. I really liked Liam Neeson in this one. Heaven is for Real, it was a good movie. If you're not that religious, I don't think you should watch it, but I think it was a good movie overall. Mad Max, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I've seen the first half, I think. But yeah, I need to watch that one day. Lucy, loved it. Oh, this was my childhood, Independence Day. This was one of my first movies I can remember seeing. And oh my god, I really love this movie, so I had to own this on Blu-ray. Make sure this doesn't fall over. If I Stay, witnessing Chloe Grace Moretz, she was good in this one. It's a love story, chick flick. Not a lot of people would like it. Another controversial one, 50 Shades of Grey, it was alright. One of my favorite comedies, The Other Guys. Really, really love this one. Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell are fantastic. And Napoleon Dynamite, 10-year edition. Who else hasn't seen this movie? This movie was fantastic. For what it was different. The Mummy, one of my childhood movies. Really loved it. Pulp Fiction, it's a good movie. It's just confusing. For me, it was confusing. I'm assuming everyone else did too, but it was a good movie. Samuel Jackson, man. Predator, another Arnold Schwarzenegger. Good movie. Get to the chopper. Everybody should know that from this movie. Planet of the Apes Legacy Collection on Blu-ray. I got this for like 20 bucks on Amazon. I thought it was a really good deal. I watched the original. I watched a little bit of the second one. I haven't seen the rest of them, but one day I'll get to them. I don't have Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I have it on DVD, but not Blu-ray. But I want to get it on Blu-ray. This was actually pretty recent. Cinderella. It's fantastic. I watched it the other day. Me and my family loved it. Ooh, one of my Blu-rays says something on it. Perks of Being a Wallflower. This is, oh my, really emotional movie. It's about like suicide. But it's a really good one. You guys should watch it. It's based off of a book. Never read the book, but the movie was fantastic. Son of God, another Jesus movie. It's good. The really gory, really controversial one, Passion of the Christ. This is pretty gruesome. I actually got through that. Horrible Bosses 2, one of my favorite comedies of last year. I really love the first one. Speaking of the first one, here it is right here. This is, I think, better than the second one, but hey, both of them are great. One of my favorite movies, they got nominated for, I think, an Oscar last year, is Birdman. Really fantastic movie. The way the writing is, the way it's pictured, everything is Fantastic. Big Hero 6, another great movie. You guys should watch this one. Movie from my childhood, Diminished Tickets, A Serious and Unfortunate Events. I just had to get that just to have it. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, great movie. Loved it. I don't really like Tom Cruise, but that was one of the movies I could actually enjoy. The Dark Knight Rises, who doesn't like Batman? At least the Christopher Nolan ones. The Dark Knight, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I really love this one. Batman Begins, really good one. And the quadruple pack for Batman, what was it? Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. I really enjoyed the original Batman and was it Batman Returns and Batman and Robin. I know a lot of people hate these movies, but hey man, classic movies. A Million Ways to Die in the West. My friend actually gave this to me for Christmas, and I really liked it. Oh, love these movies. I really like the first one and the second one. The third one I'm not a big fan of, but I just had to get these when it's Christmas time. I love to watch these. Cause they usually pass them on Christmas, like on TV, but I just had to get those two. Transformers, I really like the first one. Age of Extinction, a lot of people hated this one. I understand why, because it's different and it started to get, I guess, like it's like the same old thing. You expect it to be action-packed and everything. I really liked it. I don't have the third one or the second one on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. Mad Max Fury Road, one of my favorite movies this year. Really great action. Everyone should see this one. Tangled, another great movie. Actually, this is one of my favorite Disney animated movies. Zombieland, who hasn't seen this movie? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a lot of people hated it. I liked it. Another classic, SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Anyone who's a SpongeBob fan should watch this one. At least this one. You don't have to watch the second one. Second one was alright. Speaking of the second one, here it is. I liked it for what it was. A lot of people probably thought it wasn't that great, but yeah, I liked it. Now here's X-Men Days of Future Past, the original cut, I guess you can call it, when it first came out. Really loved this one. I watched this in theaters. I never really seen any of the X-Men movies in theaters, but this was the first one I seen in theaters, and man, I wasn't disappointed. The Rogue cut, nothing more to say. That just Rogue's in it. It's a good movie though. Hold on, guys. I felt like my chair was inclining. X-Men and the Wolverine collection. Every single X-Men movie to date, except for Days of Future Past, which I already have. This is a must-have collection if you love X-Men. Star Wars episodes 1 through 3. I've seen 1 recently. I've seen 3 back when it came out on DVD. I've never seen 2, but I want to get ready for the new Star Wars episode that's coming out this year. Pitch Perfect. Everyone should have seen this one. It was a really good movie. At least I thought it was. It's kind of like a musical sort of a thing, but it's good. Yeah, and this just came out yesterday. This is Pitch Perfect 2. Yeah, I really like this one. Not as good as the first one, but I really liked it. Very Good Girls. This was, I guess, an underrated movie. It went under the radar. Not a lot of people know this one exists. I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Olsen. I like her work. And I had to get this one, and I actually really liked it. And this one's Silent House. This was like a weird movie. Like, you don't know what's going on half of the time, but this is, I liked it. It was alright. Martha, Marcy, and Marlene. I haven't seen this one yet. I got this recently. Godzilla. Really thought this one was better than the 1998 version. The Duff. One of my favorite comedy movies this year. I really like this one. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Who hasn't seen this movie? This movie is fantastic. This Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean. Really like this one too. I like the trilogy. I like the fourth one. It was alright, but it wasn't the greatest, and here's the third one on Blu-ray. Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. They were good. I liked it for what they were, and I noticed that this bundle got discontinued off of Amazon, and I got it right before they discontinued it, which is nice. 22 Jump Street, another good one. I liked the first one. Thought it was better. But this one was a good sequel. It wasn't disappointing. One of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies, and pretty much the only anime movie I like is Spirited Away. I love this one. I watched it a lot when I was younger, and I just had to get it on Blu-ray when it was announced. Excuse me. Spy Kids Triple Pack comes with Spy Kids 1, 2, and 3. Really, I watched these a lot as a kid. That's the only reason why I got them, and I wanted to relive my memories when I was younger. The Woman in Black 2. I like the original one with Daniel Radcliffe, I think his name is. Yeah. This one was an alright sequel. It has nothing to do with the first one, if you're wondering. I'm sorry, spoiler. Shrek. Who hasn't seen this movie? Shrek 2. I think this is my favorite out of the Shrek movies. And now we're getting into my Marvel Cinematic Universe collection. Got Guardians of the Galaxy. It was really, like, a lot of people thought it was going to be horrible, and it actually turned out amazing. The Winter Soldier, Captain America, loved it. Thor: The Dark World, liked it a lot. Iron Man 3, my least favorite of the bunch of the Iron Man movies. The Avengers, I can't wait for the second one to come out next week. This was, I think, one of my favorite out of the Cinematic Universe. I'm sure that most people think that was the best one. Captain America, the First Avenger, I really like this one. Thor, I actually saw that, like, I think a year after it came out. I didn't really wanted to see that one in theaters, but it was good. Iron Man 2, a lot of people hated this one over the 3, but I really liked this one. Not a lot of people liked it, but I liked it. The Incredible Hulk. I think everyone has seen this movie. If not, they've seen the 2003 one. But this one was with Edward Norton. Really good one. I liked it. The original Iron Man. Who hasn't seen this movie? This kickstarted everything that we know of the cinematic universe today. And now we're getting into my TV, I guess, Blu-ray collection. So my TV series that I own. Here, starting off is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was a really good show. I never really was into the Marvel TV because I didn't think it was going to be as good quality as the movies, not like CGI and stuff like that, but story-wise. But it's actually pretty good. I really like season 2, and I can't wait for that to get that. But it's kind of pricey at the moment, so I'm not getting it. Game of Thrones season 1. I got this when it was $20, and I couldn't resist getting it. Who doesn't like Game of Thrones? And then I actually have shout out to Globe Gaming for selling me these for a really good price. This is Game of Thrones season 1 and 2. And these are the UK versions, but they're not region locked in the United States, so I'm really glad to have these two. So I have an extra copy of season 1. But yeah, I'm trying to like rewatch all the Game of Thrones. I haven't seen season 5 on TV. I know what happens at the end, and that pissed me off, but oops, my bad. It's season 3. Great season as well. Season 4. Yeah, you gotta have your Game of Thrones. And now my favorite TV series, The Walking Dead season 1. I recently got this one and season 2. Season 2, not a lot of people like this season. It was kind of like slow, so like towards the end. It's a good season. Like almost everybody's favorite season, or the season they got pissed off most in, is season 3. Governor. Nothing more to say about The Governor. Season 4. I really like this one. And then Season 5. And this is the end of my collection, but Season 5, man, this season was like everywhere. Can't wait for Season 6. It starts in like 2 weeks. And now I've been watching Fear the Walking Dead, and that's actually pretty good. But yeah, and I'm supposed to get like a package from Amazon next few days, and I ordered more stuff, so I'll probably make a pickups video when I can. Yeah, when I have time. But that's it. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys liked my collection, because I do. And shout out to Mr. Globe Gaming for selling me the Game of Thrones again, and some of the Blu-rays that he recommended me. And you should really check out this channel. But thanks for watching, and keep it real.